Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to go over a procedure that I'm having done, kind of just like why I'm getting a cosmetic surgery done and what the point of it is. And yeah, just thought it would be nice to talk about. I want to be pretty open on this channel, especially when I'm changing something about my appearance, like what I'm doing, because I think it's important to be transparent about those things and not give people unrealistic expectations about what they can and can't do. And I just, I don't want to be sneaky and hiding things. It's I'm not ashamed. I don't care. So I'm going to tell you about what I'm going to have done, and hopefully it'll go smoothly. And yeah, let me just give you kind of the summary of the idea. So, as you probably know, if you see my videos, I am on I don't like saying weight loss journey, but I've been losing weight for the past few months because I've been trying to get a breast reduction, which I've also made a couple videos about, which is, technically another cosmetic surgery, but that one is for pain, because I have a lot of back pain, versus this one is much more cosmetic for my purposes, even if they are both technically elective and technically cosmetic. But yeah, so I've lost 50 pounds or 55-ish since September, which I've had weight loss surgery, and then, that was kind of my one goal I was doing, and it was for, alleviating my back pain. So I've been pretty dedicated to it, but because that is a little fast maybe to lose that much weight, and I would, caution hey, make sure you're doing it at a safe pace, you're doing it a healthy way, you're not getting into any, dangerous eating issues or nutritional concerns. Make sure you talk to your doctors and you're doing it intelligently. But anyway, I've been doing Weight Watchers and I lost 50 pounds, which is, a significant amount of weight. And since then, I've, for a long time since I gained weight, have had what people call a Fupa, which is fat upper pubic area, which is basically right above your genitals. You have fat there. And I don't like it. I've lost a significant amount of weight, and generally I can kind of get away with dressing myself a certain way so you can't see it, and my stomach was sticking out far enough that you kind of couldn't see it either. It was kind of whatever would hit my stomach and then just fall straight, and then you can't really tell. But now that I've lost this weight, my stomach is sticking out only a bit further than my Fupa is, and that's awkward. It's hard to wear some women's clothing when you have fat in that area. The mons pubis, I believe, is the scientific name. It's also weirdly, gender dysphoria-ish, because, generally women don't have a bulge in their pants, basically. And so, yeah, it feels awkward in that way. Yeah, just not a fan of it personally. So I was I would like to get rid of this when it makes sense. I, previously looked this up. I did research on this. I'm a big researcher. I'm a historian, so that's what I do. So if I have a problem, I'm hey, let me look it up. I remember the first time I realized I had cellulite, I was does this go away? Is there a way to make it go away? And they're basically no. At the time, I think there's a few ways they do it now. But I was also reading articles about it, and they were that's super normal. And I was cool, then I just won't care. Then it's not a big deal. Whereas this makes me feel kind of other, abnormal, kind of weird, kind of makes me feel weird in my own skin. I can't be fully comfortable. And I don't want anybody looking at my genital area, and being that's weird. So yeah, I'd like to get that taken care of. And in my research, which I did about this topic also, I looked up hey, will weight loss make this go away? And they were no. It's stubborn fat, and there's just no way it's going to go away on its own. You gotta get it surgically removed, or it's just going to be there. And I was awesome. So since I've lost a significant amount of weight, and it's becoming more obvious that it's there, and since I'm kind of on hiatus, or not hiatus, maybe I'm in a holding pattern about my breast reduction right now, which is also apparently stubborn fat for me that won't go away, or glandular something. I don't know. I haven't done a ton of research about that specifically, but I guess it depends on the person. But anyway, since I'm kind of waiting on this like breast reduction stuff and I won't have any updates on it for another month out of pocket and then another like 3 months for insurance, I figured maybe I could just get this procedure done in the in-between. So the other day, I found a cosmetic surgery place and I made an appointment so that I could go in and, or maybe like a week ago, so I could go in and I could get evaluated or whatever, tell them what I wanted to do, make sure that it was going to work. And then I met like all the requirements health-wise and everything. And I went in, you know, got checked out. Felt mildly validated that they, like the doctor was like, oh yeah, okay, I can understand like what's going on here and why that would be like disconcerting to you, which like obviously he's making money from me, so like he wants me to get the surgery, but also it's like, you know, one, not something you show people a lot, hopefully, or you know, if that's your business, do your business, but personally not showing my genitals to a lot of people. And so nice to have somebody else like see what I'm seeing and be like, yeah, I can see why you wouldn't like that. That was a little affirming to me. And then, but yeah, like went through it, checked it out, said it seems good. And then went back, you know, to go schedule it. And they were like, yeah, we could get you in next week. And I was like, oh, wow, like that would be awesome. Sooner the better for me. So I made the appointment last week, or like earlier this week, and I have my appointment, like I have my surgery, I should say, on next Friday. Right now it's the, what Friday is it? 13th? No, it's not 13th. 16th. I know the numbers. Right now it's Friday the 16th, so it's next week, which is Friday the 23rd. Is when I'm gonna have my surgery. It's like non-invasive surgery, so it's like just little like pin pricks that they're just gonna like scoop it out of there. I don't know. You know, they told me pretty specifically what they're doing because they want you to be informed. I don't super care. I don't really want to know. Just, you could just do it. One time my dentist was like, do you want to see the cavities in your tooth before we filled them? And I was like, sure, because like I was like, I don't care. And it was so gross and I regretted it so deeply. So generally don't show me. I don't want to know. It just makes me self-conscious and uncomfortable. But they told me what they're gonna do. You're awake for this procedure, so it's like local anesthesia. They give you some pain medicine. They give you some Xanax to like keep you calm down. Somebody's gonna have to drive me home. So my friend Haley's gonna drive me home. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of feelings around cosmetic surgery, liposuction, especially liposuction as opposed to like weight loss, which is interesting, because I think a lot of people think like liposuction is like the easy way out of like dieting and exercising, losing weight. And to some extent, I understand why people would say that. I think, you know, do whatever you want with your money and your body generally. As long as it's not hurting anyone else, you can kind of do whatever. You know, then you get situations like me, potentially, where I have lost a lot of weight from weight loss, you know, like from weight loss surgery, but also from just what you do, you know, losing weight, dieting. And some stuff's like just not gonna go. Like that's just, the body's weird and some fat is just stubborn and it doesn't want to leave. So, you know, I think it would be nice if people were less judgmental about plastic surgery in general, and kind of just like let people do what they want to do with their stuff. But also, you know, that it's like can be more complicated than you think it is. If I could lose enough weight that would go away on its own, I wouldn't even bother with this. Truly, I'd love to not spend the money on it. But it's not going to, right? Like I've like Googled it, I've done the research, and it's like, that's just not gonna happen. So this is what we gotta do. That's what we're gonna do. And yeah, I'm gonna take you on that journey with me. That's part of why I wanted to like explain what's going on. I'm gonna take you on that journey with me of us going. I just got a call earlier. They sent my prescriptions that I gotta pick up next week. for the surgery, and then I have to go get like I gotta do like the blood pressure cuff thingy at the like pharmacy, so that they know what my blood pressure's like recently. And then we should be good. I'm gonna go there on Friday. I'm gonna like take an Uber or take the bus or something, since I don't want to have my car there, since I'm getting right back. But yeah, I think it'll be good. Like I'm pretty excited. I'm a little nervous because it's like surgery. I'm gonna be sore. You know, it's gonna be painful to some extent, I'm sure. And then you got to worry about like healing and stuff. But I think it'll be good in general. I think it's gonna make me like much more confident, much like happier, and less feel less weird about my own body. And less self-conscious. Like the main thing is, you know, like then I can just kind of wear whatever I want and do whatever I want with like, you know, what I've got going on. I don't have to worry about it, which would be lovely. I am going to show you in just a second, like kind of what's going on. Not in a safer work way, obviously, but just so you get an idea of like why I'm doing this, because I still feel like, I don't know. It's fine if people think that this is vain, like I don't care. But I want to like give the actual visualization of like, hey, this is what it looks like. This is what I'm actually dealing with, so that like you get it, you know? And then if you have this, you know, like I do, that's fine. Like you don't have to be self-conscious of it. I would love if I wasn't self-conscious about it, to be honest. That would be nice and cheaper. But I'm not. So we are where we are. And I'm excited to, you know, like get this resolved. One of my goals this year is to like get my body kind of looking how I'd like it to look and feeling how I'd like it to feel, like a lot of physical health and like aesthetic goals going on. Some of which are like, you know, more fun of like, oh, I want to get more like ear piercings. I want to get maybe some tattoos this year. I definitely want to get tattoos. I just don't know if it'll be this year or not, but in the future for sure. But then some of them are more, you know, surgical, like a breast reduction and like this lipo. So yeah, that's basically the gist of what's going on. Like I said, next week is gonna be surgery, which is like, that's so fast, but also exciting, to get that done. And then, we'll be chugging along to, you know, healing. And then hopefully I am able to get the rest of, my stuff worked on for my breast reduction, and we can work on the next surgery. Yeah, that's it. Let me show you real quick, like the, you know, the situation. And then I think we'll be done. So yeah.
Okay, so like here's like the dress I'm wearing, and it's like you can kind of see like the outline of my tummy and stuff. I don't super care about that. But if I go to the side here, I'm trying to not get my hand on the camera. If I do like this, you can kind of see that there's like I have like a bulge here. It's hard to see. But like if I go from here to here, like that's how far it sticks out, is like I can touch that to like my stomach. And yeah, I don't love that for me, right? Like there you go. You get it. You could see the gist of that. Not my favorite, not ideal. So get rid of it.
Anyway, there you go. That's kind of what's going on. Wish me luck. Would appreciate like good thoughts, well wishes, good healing vibes coming from the channel. And you know, I'm pre-recording some stuff so that just in case I'm like really out of it, that I can still have some videos up and I don't have to worry about it too much. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Appreciate the support I've been getting is awesome. Like we just, you know, got over 100 subscribers recently, which is very exciting. And yeah, been having fun vlogging and just like trying to figure out how to do it. I recently figured out how to like film in higher quality on my camera, which is awesome because I got a nice phone partially to film, and then I was still getting like 380p videos, and I was like, why? But I fixed it, and we should be looking so high definition now. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.